Welcome to the fifth video on capital budgeting. We are still discussing on the net present value method under discounted cash flow approach. In our previous video, that is in the fourth video, we mentioned that if scrap value or salvage value is mentioned, then we require to discount the amount of scrap value or salvage value to its present value. In our previous few videos, we mentioned that investment was happening in the 0th year and there were only one investment done in the 0th year, and that investment we have considered it as a present value of cash outflow. But investment might also happen after first year, second year and thereafter, maybe in the fourth, fifth year also. So under such circumstances, if the investment is happening after year 1, year 2, we also require to discount the investment which is happening in year 1, year 2 to its present value. So the investment which is happening or the cash outflow which is happening at year 1 or year 2 also required to be converted to present value of cash outflow. So in this particular video, we will discuss with certain numeric problems with reference to investment happening as in the 0th year as well as thereafter in the first year or in the second year. Now let's go through this particular problem. It says that no project is accepted unless the yield is 10%. So the discounting rate is somewhere around 10% and the project cash inflow and outflow has been given. If we check the cash outflow column, we find that in the 0th year, the company is willing to invest an amount of rupees 1,50,000. In year 1, the company is making a further investment of rupees 30,000. Now that's what we said, that the investment has happened in the 0th year. Investment is also happening in the first year. So we require to convert this 30,000 investment which is happening in the first year to its present value, that is in the 0th year. Cash inflow for the first to fifth year has also been provided, and we are aware of the fact how we convert cash inflow, the future cash inflow, to its present value. The salvage value at the end of the fifth year also mentioned is rupees 40,000. Calculate the net present value. So under such circumstances, we require to make two important, rather we will do it in two formats. One format will be present value of cash inflow and the other format will be present value of cash outflow. So let's solve. So let's calculate first the PV, the present value of cash inflow, the future cash inflow. So let's calculate this first. So what all things we have? We got year as 1, then we got the inflows, the cash inflows which are mentioned. Now thereafter discounting factor at the rate 10% which is being mentioned, and the last comes is the present value calculation. So this is the information which has been provided. Now here we have got 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 years given, and inflows which also has been mentioned, the 20,000, 30,000. So I'll take down the inflows: 20,000, 30,000, 60,000, 80,000 and 30,000. And if you remember, if we go back to the problem, we see it's been mentioned that the salvage value at the end of the fifth year is rupees 40,000. So fifth year we also take the salvage value into consideration because this particular value also required to be discounted. Now let's talk about the discounting factor at the rate 10%. Now we have shown you the calculation before, so I need to show it again. So for the first year, rupee 1 will be 0.909. If you haven't gone, if you are not aware of how the calculation is done with respect to the discounting factor, please do refer to the previous videos. 0.826 for the second year. For the third year, it goes to 0.751. For the fourth year is 0.683, and for the fifth year is 0.620. So similarly 40,000 also in the fifth year, so 0.620. So what we require to do, inflow into the discounting factor will give me the PV amount. So the PV amount will be 18,000. So if we multiply, so let's use a calculator to multiply this. So 20,000 multiplied by 0.909 gives me 18,180. So it's 18,180. For the second year, it's 30,000 in investment done, inflow of money into 0.826. It's coming 24,780. For the third year, inflow is 60,000. So the future cash inflow is 60,000 into 0.751 as a discounting factor. It's coming 45,060. For the next year, it's 80,000 into 0.683. So it's coming 54,640. For the fifth year, its inflow is 30,000 into 0.620. So it's 18,600. And for the last year, it's 40,000 as mentioned about the scrap value. So 40,000 into 0.620 remains same. It's coming 24,800. So what we require to do, in order to calculate the present value of future cash inflow, we require to add the present value column. So 18,180 plus 24,780 plus 45,060 plus 54,640 plus 18,600 plus the scrap value amount discounted 24,800, the present value of the scrap value. So it's coming 1,86,060. So 1,86,060. Now what is this? This is the present value of future cash inflow. The calculation, the amount is coming 1,86,060. Now what we require to do is, we also require to calculate the present value of cash outflow. Now how we calculate the present value of cash outflow? So let's solve it here, how we calculate the present value of cash outflow. Now in case of calculation of the present value of cash outflow, let me show it here. PV of cash outflow. So we have the same columns. So year 0, year 1, the investment has been done. So year 0, what is the investment figure? The year 0 investment figure is 1,50,000. The investment figure for year 0 is 1,50,000, and for year 1, the investment amount is rupees 30,000. Now, in the 0th year, the value of rupee 1 will be 1 rupee only. But for first year, the value of rupee 1 will go down to 0.909. So what we do? We multiply 1,50,000 into 1, it's giving me 1,50,000. So we require to calculate the next one, 30,000 into 0.909, 30,000 into 0.909, it's coming 27,270. Now what we have done basically, the investment which is happening in the first year, that is 30,000 rupees, the cash outflow, it's happening in the first year. So we require to discount that particular amount to the 0th year. 0th year, we have made an investment of 1,50,000. Now in the 0th year, the value of rupee 1 will be rupee 1 itself. So that is the reason why we have done what, 1,50,000 into 1, 1,50,000, and discounted 1 rupee to 0.909. So 30,000 into 0.909 is 27,270. So the PV of cash outflow, if I add up, so 27,270 plus 1,50,000, it's coming 1,77,270. So this is what is coming. So this is PV of cash inflow and this is PV of cash outflow. So therefore, I know NPV is equal to the inflow, PV of inflow minus PV of outflow. The PV of inflow here is 1,86,060 minus 1,77,270. So if I subtract this, 1,86,000, so we calculate 1,86,060 minus 1,77,270 gives me a NPV of 8790, which is positive, and therefore we might be looking forward to invest in this particular project. because the NPV is positive. So what we have understood from this particular problem, we have understood the fact that even if investment is done in the 0th year, we consider that particular amount of cash outflow to be the present value because it's being invested at the 0th year. But if any investment is done in the first year or else in the second year and thereafter, we require to discount that. So if I have invested in the first year rupees 30,000, I also require to discount this particular amount. I am discounting the inflows, but I also require to discount the cash outflow which I have received or which I have invested after first year. So 30,000 which you have invested after first year require also to be discounted, which is coming 27,270 as with respect to the present value. So the total present value of cash outflow is basically 1,77,270 and the present value of cash inflow is 1,86,060, which means that we have a positive NPV of rupees 8790. So if your NPV is positive, we can always invest in this particular project. Let's move on to the another problem. So let's check the next problem. So I hope you have understood this particular concept. So if you have understood this particular concept, so the next problem will also be easy for you to understand. Now in this particular problem it says that SK Company Limited, considering the purchase of a new machine, there are two alternatives. So machine X and machine Y are the two alternatives, each having an initial cost of rupees 4 lakhs. Now this initial cost means to say that this particular investment has been done in the 0th year and require rupees 20,000 as an additional working capital at the end of the first year. So they are investing further an amount of rupees 20,000, but the purpose is for working capital to run the business. For day-to-day operation they require some money, and that is the reason they have invested rupees 20,000 at the end of the first year. So we understand that investment, there are two investment which is being done. One investment done as on the 0th year, which is rupees 4 lakhs, and the second investment has been done on after the end of the first year, which is rupees 20,000, for the purpose was for additional working capital. Now if you check year 1 to year 5, the cash inflow, the future cash inflow of machine X and machine Y has been given, and below the present value of rupee 1 at 10% discounting rate is also being provided. So the information has been given. The company has a target return on capital at 10%, which has been mentioned, and you are required to compute the profitability of the machine and state which alternative to consider, which is financially preferred. So how we do? So first let us calculate the present value of cash inflow. In order to calculate the present value of cash inflow, we are aware of that we require information like, just a minute, we require information like year. So we require year. We require the inflow for machine X. So we take machine X. We also require information relating to machine Y. So machine Y. Discounting factor already has been given. And then after we require to calculate the PV. Now PV of what? The PV of machine X and the PV of machine Y. So these are the following columns which we require to make. Now what all things information given is year given 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We will look forward that whether scrap value has been given or not. There is no information of scrap value, so we can continue thereafter. So after first year it's 40,000. So we require to refer to the problem. Then it's 1,20,000. Then it's 1,60,000. Fourth year and fifth year is 2,40,000 and 1,60,000 respectively. 2,40,000 and 1,60,000 respectively. And for machine Y, the investment is the inflow is 1,20,000 for the first year. 1,60,000. Thereafter we got 2 lakhs. Then 1,20,000 and 80,000. 1,20,000 and 80,000. In this particular problem, the discounting factor also has been given. If we are not aware, if discounting factor is not given in the problem, we know how to calculate the discounting factor. 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power n. So the discounting factor given is 0.91 for the first year. 0.83 for the second year, 0.75 for the third year, 0.68 for the fourth year, and 0.62 for the fifth year. Now what we require? We require to calculate. So what? Machine X, 40,000 into 0.91. So let us calculate let us multiply this. So we got 40,000 into 0.91. So we are getting, so 40,000 into 0.91, we are getting 36,400. And if I change it to 1,20,000, I can straight away calculate from here. If I change it to 1,20,000, I'm getting this as 1,09,200. So for the second year, it's 1,20,000 into 0.83. So 1,20,000 into 0.83, it's coming 99,600. And if I change it to 1,60,000, I'm getting 1,32,800 for machine Y. Next is 1,60,000 into 0.75. So 0.75, it's coming 1,20,000. And this is for 2 lakhs. So I change this amount to 2 lakhs. So it's coming 1,50,000. 2,40,000 into 0.68. So 2,40,000 into 0.68 gives me 1,63,200. And for the machine Y, it's 1,20,000. So I change it to 1,20,000. So it's coming 81,600. And for the final year, it's 1,60,000 into 0.62. So 1,60,000 into 0.62, it's coming 99,200. And for the other part is 80,000 into 0.62. So I change it to 80,000 into 0.62 is 49,600. So we got the present value. So now what we require? We require to find out the total of the present value of future cash inflow for both machine X and machine Y. So what we do? We start adding up. So 36,400 plus 99,600 plus 1,20,000 plus 1,63,200 plus 99,200. It's giving 5,18,400 as a present value of future cash inflow for machine X. Now let's calculate for machine Y. 1,09,200 plus 1,32,800 plus 1,50,000 plus 81,600 plus 49,600. It's giving 5,23,000. So we got the present value of future cash inflow. Now what we require? We also require to calculate the present value of cash outflow. So we require to calculate also PV of cash outflow, because it's not only in the 0th year the investment has been done. So investment has also happened after first year. So we take the 0th year and 1 year as the investment. What has been the investment amount? For the 0th year, the investment amount is 4 lakhs. And for the first year, the investment amount for the working capital purpose was rupees 20,000. So this information has been given. The discounting factor we are aware of. The discounting factor for year 1 will be 1 rupee only, and for year 2 it will be 0.91. So again, what we require? We have to use a calculator. So for the first one is 4 lakhs. And for 20,000 into 0.91, we require to calculate. So 20,000 into 0.91, it's coming 18,200. So if we add up, what we are going to get? If we add up, we are going to get the present value of cash outflow. So it's coming 4,18,200. So we already have calculated the PV of cash inflow with respect to machine X and machine Y. We also have calculated the cash outflow. Therefore, we require to calculate NPV. So if I have to calculate NPV for machine X and machine Y, so NPV, so machine X and machine Y, if we require to calculate NPV, so NPV will be, for the first NPV for machine X will be the inflow of machine X, the present value of machine X, which is 5,18,400 minus the investment amount 4,18,200, which gives me 1,200,000 for machine X. So let's calculate for machine Y. So machine Y is 5,23,000 minus 4,18,200. It's giving 1,04,800. So NPV for both the machine X and machine Y, the NPV for both the machine X and machine Y are positive, because one is 1,02,000 and one is 1,04,800. So we can accept both the project. Again I say, repeat, if we have to invest in only one project, we always will be preferring to invest in machine Y since its NPV is higher. So I hope the concept is clear with respect to investment happening in year 1 or year 2. If the investment was happening only in the 0th year, we would have directly considered it to be present value of cash outflow. But since it is happening at year 1, so we also require to discount the amount of investment to its present value of cash outflow, and then only we can calculate NPV. I hope the concept is clear. In the next video, we will bring into the concept of depreciation and tax within this particular problem, and we will try to solve if the cash inflow for the particular project where depreciation and tax is not being adjusted. So we require to adjust depreciation and tax, and thereafter we require to solve such kind of a problem. So that particular part will be discussed in the next class. I hope you have understood this particular topic. Thank you. Have a good day.